everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to a brand new Dog 2 video on the channel. So today we're going to discuss the idea of David Tennant being the 14th Doctor and if it's a good idea or not. Now I know a lot of people are straight away against this idea, and I do understand why, but I do think looking at the evidence so far, it's looking more and more likely that this idea is going to be true and David Tennant is going to be the 14th Doctor. There's the fact that the BBC just for some reason won't call Ncuti Gatwa the 14th Doctor, they just keep calling him the new Doctor for some reason. There's then the fact that David Tennant is now in ownership of Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS, and he has a new costume and a new Sonic as well. So yeah, I feel all evidence so far is pointing towards David Tennant becoming the 14th and next incarnation of the Doctor in Doctor Who for the 60th anniversary next year. The point of today's video though is to look further into this and see what the positives are and what the negatives are of David Tennant becoming the next incarnation possibly in the show. Before we get into it, as always, if you're new to the channel and enjoy Doctor Who, very much like myself, then please do subscribe if you can. I'm trying to hopefully reach 4k subscribers by the start of summer. That would be incredible. So any new subscribers, as always, would be very much appreciated and very welcomed. Right, so let's start with the two negative points first, and the first would be the risk of the show looking backwards rather than forwards. Regeneration is a fantastic idea because it allows Doctor Who to renew itself every few years by bringing a new lead actor into the show. This allows Doctor Who to stay fresh and regenerate itself every few years. However, by bringing an actor back into the show as a new Doctor does risk Doctor Who look like it is relying on the past rather than looking into the future. David Tennant is clearly the favourite new Who Doctor by the general public, and I can understand why the decision was made to bring David Tennant back. If you want the viewers back who used to only watch when David Tennant was the Doctor, then bringing David back is the main solution to get those viewers back. But it's also a risky one because you're depending that when David Tennant once again leaves the show, these viewers will stay on board and continue with Ncuti Gatwa, but that's sadly not a guarantee. Some people, no matter what, might just not enjoy Doctor Who without David Tennant, and that's okay, but it's important that the show doesn't always commit itself to just these viewers, because the truth is, the show can most likely easily survive on new audiences and doesn't have to rely on just the David Tennant fan base alone. The other negative point is the risk that by doing this idea of familiar regenerations, that it could become more normality in the future. Having David Tennant return to the role as the 14th Doctor is fine, but it feels like this definitely has to be the only occurrence of the idea for at least the very long foreseeable future. This is because the more you bring old incarnations of the Doctor back as the current incarnation, the more it risks the whole concept of regeneration going out the window. If you want to reintroduce old Doctors, then a spin-off series where they appear as their own incarnation of the Time Lord feels like the best way to go about it. This would allow old Doctors to return, but also allows the main show to always be moving forward with new faces at the same time. A good example of this would be how regeneration was used throughout the Stephen Moffat era. It felt like regeneration became like a more normal occurrence in the Matt Smith era of the show, and it was even used as a plot device twice to allow River Song to be safe. Fans did criticise this for making regeneration feel less unique, and I feel this is what would happen if de-regeneration became normality within the Doctor Who universe. Saying all of this though, it's time to move on to the positives, because I feel there is big positives by making David Tennant the 14th and current incarnation of the character. If the return of David Tennant is what the BBC want, then I feel making David the 14th Doctor is the most interesting way to do it. The alternative option of a set of unseen adventures set during Series 4 would definitely be less risky, but also possibly more stale. As I said earlier, Doctor Who should be moving forward, and just having unseen Series 4 adventures would much more likely feel like just a trip to the past, while with making David the current incarnation of the Doctor, it will still allow Doctor Who to move forward with the current Doctor still in charge of the show. Plus, it will give David a very intriguing opportunity to play his Doctor differently, as I doubt his new Doctor would be the exact same as the 10th Doctor from his original era. This new incarnation of the 10th Doctor will have lived through the lives of the 11th, 12th and 13th incarnations of the character, along with recently learning about the inclusion of the mysterious Timeless Child incarnations. This new Doctor, played by David Tennant, should not be the same as his original Doctor, and it will give David the opportunity to play the role differently in a new, unique way we've not seen before. The other positive point would be the storytelling opportunities this will open up to the 60th anniversary of the show. It's likely there will be a reason the Doctor has once again regenerated into David Tennant, and it feels likely this will be a huge plot point of the 60th anniversary specials. This will be the first time a Doctor has regenerated into a previous incarnation of the character, although this has been predicted now for some time. Exactly what the explanation for this regeneration will be is unclear. Is it possibly something to do with the ongoing Timeless Child storyline? Will it be something to do with one of the Doctor's old enemies who has unfinished business with the 10th incarnation? Is it maybe some sort of mind games being performed to mess with the Doctor's regeneration cycle? That's exactly something such as a classic villain, the Celestial Toymaker, would do to play tricks and cause havoc on the Doctor's life. At the moment, it's all very unclear, but I feel if written well, which I do have faith in with returning showrunner Russell T Davies, then I believe this could genuinely make for an interesting storyline for the 60th anniversary to invest in, and whether you like the idea or not, we have to admit it's something very unique to celebrate a Doctor Who anniversary. Overall, I am very intrigued to see how this idea turns out. Like I said, it's still not officially confirmed, but it is looking more likely that this idea will become reality and David Tennant will be the 14th Doctor. Like I said, there is risks, there is negative points by doing this, but I feel if written well, this could genuinely make for an interesting storyline. Plus, as I've said before in other videos, David Tennant is my favourite incarnation of the character, so it's always exciting to see David Tennant return to the show, and even like with Donna Noble, she's one of my favourite Doctor Who companions, and I would love to have a catch up with her and see what she's now up to. So yeah, the idea of the 60th anniversary is still very exciting. I still hope other Doctors such as Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi are going to be involved, but even if it is just David Tennant, at least it's going to be something unique, with David Tennant likely being the 14th incarnation of the Doctor. But what are your thoughts? As always, let me know in the comment section below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, then please do subscribe to stay up to date with the latest Doctor news within the Doctor universe. But you guys, thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.